I'm going to be building my dream gaming setup. So I actually forgot to record the first part of this transformation, but what I've done is I've set up the monitors, I've put a mouse mat on there. I also had to saw a piece of my desk off so it would fit in between this space. It was literally like 3 centimeters too big, which was really annoying, but we've got it sawed now, so it looks a lot better. I also put up a Govee Glide, which will look so good. And finally, I built a new chair. So the first thing I'm going to do is put everything onto the desk so the setup is sort of ready to be connected. So I've got everything on the desk and I'll quickly go through everything I've got. So to start with, I've got an RGB floodlight. This will basically shine light onto this wall. It'll look really good once it's finished. Then we've got my PC, and if anyone's wondering what the specs are, it's in the description of all my videos. But basically, it's got a 1660 Super, an i5-10400F, and 16GB of RAM. It's not the most insane PC, but it does exactly what I need it for. We've got a PS5 controller over here, which I never use. I've then got a portrait monitor. This monitor is terrible. It's 60Hz, and the color on it is disgusting. But as a portrait monitor, it's fine. And then I've got my main monitor, which is an MSI G271. So it's 27 inches, 144Hz, and 1 millisecond response time. I do want to upgrade this as well down the line, but for now, it's fine. Then we've got one of these wooden alarm clocks that you've probably seen on TikTok. Then we've got my G-Prex Superlight. I got this over a year ago now, and honestly, it's held up very well. It's a very good mouse. I definitely recommend it. And then I've got my GK61 with red switches. Then we've got my headset, which I think is called an Arctis 7 Wireless from SteelSeries. It's something like that. It was about £100 from Curry's, which is a lot of money, but it's perfect because it's wireless. Obviously, the sound quality is good. And then we've got my 4-in-1 charger. So this charges my phone, AirPods, and Apple Pencil. And then back here, we've got an IKEA plant. It's sort of out the way right now, but I mean, I guess it still looks alright. And also an Alexa, which is so useful for this setup. And if anyone's wondering what mousepad I've got, it's called the Glorious Triple XL. It's 120 centimeters by 60, so it takes up the whole desk. I think it looks pretty good. And then obviously we've got my Govee Glide, which is going to look so good. So next up, we're going to do the cable management. Now, I don't expect this to turn out too good. So to do the cable management, all I've got is a cable tray and some Velcros. So again, it's not going to look the best, but it should do the job at least for now. So I've mounted a few cables here, as you can see. I've pretty much put the power strip on top of the cable tray, just so the cables can obviously stay there. And then I'm going to try my best to sort these out and make it look good. So this is how the cables ended up. It does not look good at all, I know. I mean, the part on the cable tray does not look bad, and then it just goes terrible. It's mainly just because of the monitor bricks. They need to go to the floor because obviously they're pretty heavy. So all the cables just route that way, which makes it look so bad. I'll definitely try and improve this soon, but for now, I think it's good enough. So this is how the setup looks now. Honestly, I think it looks pretty good. The desk is pretty clean. Obviously, I've got the mouse pad there, so it makes it look a lot cleaner, but it's very minimal on the desk. I mean, the setup itself is not very minimal, but the desk is, and I like that. So I actually made this video about a month ago now, and I just never got to editing it. So surprisingly, in a month, a lot has actually changed in my setup. So I'll quickly go through it for you and just show you the changes. So the first thing that's changed is the placement of my PC. I've moved it a bit to the left, closer to the setup, just because I feel like it should be part of the setup, and I feel like it was way too far away from the setup and sort of out the way. And for a PC, you sort of want it to be in the setup. So the main reason I actually moved my PC is because of the mousepad. So this mousepad is from ID Gaming, so it's actually 90 by 40 instead of the previous 120 by 60, so it's definitely a lot smaller than the other one, and the fact that it doesn't take up the whole desk definitely looks better to me. Now, one huge change I actually made is the placement of the Govee Glide. I think having the light just shining into my face really didn't look that good, just in general. So now I've put it behind the monitors, and I just think it looks a lot better. And another pretty big change I made was that I moved the monitor to the left. This was mainly just so I could see the PC, and I also think it just looks a lot better. And then I've also bought some pudding keycaps for my keyboard. These ones are from SteelSeries. They were just down on price, so I just thought I may as well buy them. I think they look very good. They don't flicker like that on camera, by the way. So as you can see, the cable management has improved a bit. So pretty much what I've done is I've got some Gorilla mounting tape, and I've mounted the actual power strip to the back of the desk, and then the 2 power bricks for the actual monitors go into the cable tray that you can see. It's still pretty untidy, but I think it's a lot better than it was. But that's it for this video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out so much more than you think. On screen right now is a video that YouTube itself thinks you enjoy, so go and watch that.